Hello everybody, and welcome back. My name is Kari, and today I am doing my May haul. I may have bought just a couple of books this month. Sorry, not sorry, but here we go. So the first one is a copy of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. This is gorgeous, it's holographic, and it has illustrations in it. Oh my god, they're beautiful. Look at that. I always remember to look at the illustrations and then forget before I actually do it, so that's fun. But anyway, it was on sale, and I love this book. It's so good! So I was gonna get it, besides that was on sale. It's pretty, and to be quite honest, I was not doing great. I think I also bought Fires of Vengeance this month by Evan Winter, which is the second in the Rage of Dragons series. It's over there, and quite frankly I'm too lazy to go get it right now, but I think I also bought that in May. I'm just very warped on time. So let's go with I bought it, unless I've already told you that I bought it in April, in which case disregard that. Next I bought How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole. This is her second in Runaway Royals series. I've read the first one of this series and loved it. I thought it was super cute, very steamy. And I loved how she added in elements of actual politics and helping people, and I don't know, a bit Princess Diaries movies feel, you know? You have actual power. Everything that Lily says in the first one, it felt very appropriate. So I'm excited for her new romance, which is also female-female, and I'm just, yes. It recently came out, sometime in May, and I needed it. I took my cousin who came to visit to a local bookstore called Zenith, which is amazing, and this one I just couldn't not buy. It's called A Tip for the Hangman by Allison Epstein. It is espionage mystery, sort of. Christopher Marlowe, otherwise known as Kit Marlowe, also known as the author of many plays, allegedly and controversially, potentially the author of Shakespeare's plays. Depends on who you believe. Honestly, I don't care. They're fun to read. But anyway, he gets drawn into espionage. He's approached by Elizabeth I's spymaster in 1585, which would have been Walsingham, in an effort to discover whether Mary Queen of Scots, who is currently in custody at the time, for 15 years it would have been at the time, whether or not she is conspiring against Elizabeth. Mary Queen of Scots basically conspires against Elizabeth for most of her life, because that's just what you do when you're royal at the time. We've had this discussion before. Anyway, it sounds fun and cute, and you know me, I love anything Elizabeth, and I haven't heard of this book before. I mean, granted, it's hardcover, so I suspect it's new, but I haven't read anything like this in Elizabethan times, so I am all here for it. And then, Abby, this is all your fault. I was gonna be so good when I went to the bookstores with my cousin, and I didn't buy several books at Zenith because, you know, I was gonna be good. And then we went to Barnes & Noble, and several of the books showed up again, which I took as a sign to buy them then, because normally I don't see books twice in a day in two different bookstores. You know, if I pass it up, it's just gone. I mean, you can always get them again later, but nope, I saw them twice. And this is one of them. Look, I read Pride of the Orange Tree. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My one big hang-up with Priory was Samantha Shannon's writing style. It's very choppy, very cut off, almost. Abby absolutely loves this series though, as in, like, devoured The Mask Falling in a couple of days. Which is hard to do because these books are fucking chunks. But she's been screaming the virtues and amazingness of this series forever. So I decided I was finally gonna give it a try. So here it is. I bought it. This monstrosity, it's not actually a monster. It's not that long. Alright, that's the thing, right? It's not that long. It is 526 pages, so it's not that big. Yes, I am trying to convince myself. But I also, yeah, I don't know. I will get to this. When, I don't know. But Abby, this is you! So I bought this one. I don't even know what it's about. That's how much she's been screaming about its virtues. But then I bought Arushan and the City of Gold by Roshni Chokshi, which is the 4th in the Arusha quartet, and I am beyond excited. I have read and own all the other 3, which are currently behind this chair. This one came out at the end of April. Based on Indian mythology, or Hindu folklore, both. Anyway, Hindu mythology, sorry, there we go. Based on Hindu mythology, this young girl, Arusha, has to go on a quest because it turns out she is related to one of the Hindu gods. Thousands of them, literally thousands. But she's related to one of them, kind of one of the important ones. Makes friends along the way, there's a lot of snark, there's some talking inanimate objects, as you do, and she has to prevent the god of death from, destroying the world. Bad thing. I have loved this series so far. Ah, that is a spider. Why is there a spider on my book? Die! Ugh. I don't even know where the fuck that came from. Other than the fact that I live in the basement. Please hold. Anyway, so aside from... Ugh. I am not an outdoor person. I am not an entomologist. For a reason. I would just like to point that out. I have to deal with spiders in law. Deal with cranky people, but not spiders. Anyway, yeah, so I'm very much slightly paranoid, but now looking very forward to this series. That was not English, but it's working. Looking forward to this series. I don't remember if this is the last one. Nope, it is not the last one, because this says, filled with wondrous magic, unforgettable creatures, manipulative gods, and laugh-out-loud dialogue, this 4th book in the Pandava series will leave readers wishing they could read the finale right now. Clearly not the finale. Which is both good and bad, right? Because I swear if she does a cliffhanger like Mr. Riordan did in one of the Heroes of Olympus books, you know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna lose my shit. Ugh. Anyway, I'm very excited to read this, so hopefully I can get to it soon. And then, another one of those, it's just a sign, and that is the Book of Eels. Let me get this sticker off here quick. Ugh, well that's a permanent sticker, we like those less. Book of Eels by Patrick Svensson. This is a nonfiction about our enduring fascination with the most mysterious creatures in the natural world, apparently. I've seen this one, God, all over. I've had it on my list for a while, probably a solid year. And I kept saying, nope, I don't need it right now, I don't need it. Then I saw it at Zenith. I went, oh, this is really cool, I should get it. No, I don't need it. And then I saw it at Barnes & Noble on sale, and I was like, oh crap, the universe is trying to tell me something. This is fine. So I gave in, and I bought it. It's very short, and I'm excited because it's just one of those random creatures that you don't ever think about unless you read Elizabethan books like I do, in which case they have smoked eel as a meal, and I don't really understand the appeal of that. But anyway, there's a lot of rhyming in that sentence. It wasn't intentional, I promise. Moving on. I'm curious. Fun cover. On sale, so I bought it. And then, similar kind of a thing, The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. Again, I've seen it multiple times over the last year or so. Everybody and their mother seems to love it. So I saw it on sale and thought, why not? Because clearly I need more books in my life. I do. There's never such a thing as enough. Or too many for that matter. no matter what language I use otherwise. No idea what it's about. I just know I've heard amazing things, and it does sound good every time I read the synopsis. I'm just like, oh yeah, that sounds great. So at some point, I will get to this one as well. And then the last book I bought in May is Eleanor Roosevelt's You Learn by Living. And I bought this from also Zenith for my book club. It's our book for May, except we meet like halfway through each month, give or take. So I basically don't read it until that month. It works. But yeah, I also bought this one. And nice and short, nonfiction. I'm excited because, as I mentioned in my June TBR, I would like to have an idea why she is such a well-known and revered name, because at the moment I have no idea. Besides that one quote from Princess Diaries, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." That quote. At some point I should probably read something, because she's kind of important. At least that's what I keep being told. I know that she helped to found the UN. I do know that. Took me a while to remember that, but I do know that. So, again, it's not as bad as it has been in months past. And given how good I've been the rest of this year, I'm not super mad at myself. I just know that I have to actually go back to sticking to my book buying restrictions for at least 2 more. But I am seeming to get back into my groove of reading this month, as you will note with my June TV May wrap up. So that's good and something, and hopefully that will be helpful. Those are the books I got in May. Let me know if you've read any of these, which I should prioritize, because prioritizing books is hard. And all that fun stuff down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!